Hello everyone, welcome back. I am running a bit wild today, so I hope everything is sounding okay, everything looks okay. Let me explain. I did change the green screen layout today, but it took me more time to align it perfectly, so I was super late with everything else. Anyway, I managed to load. I saw that zombie all the way zoomed out to the planet level, so I didn't need to enter the airport. I just spawned next to you. That is so nice. Thank you for flying along and spawning in. I chose this Coronado Cessna 192. I did one short flight in it before and it seems super nice. It does have the DME, so we'll do some instrument flying with the legacy navigation, just VOR to VOR. It should be interesting. So, as I mentioned, I was super late with everything, so I didn't manage to start all my applications, so hang on, it's gonna take a while. Also, there is a chance the green screen will do something crazy, like cat will tip it over or one of the green lights will go out, and so if that happens, please let me know, I'll try to correct it. I'll put the bass down. let me chill down and get down to it. The good thing though is that I have much more room now. I can slide around, not hitting anything. So yay, it feels a bit better. Hover! Thank you for the sub, 6 months. Whoa, thank you, thank you, thank you. So nice of you. Great to have you here. Alright, let me welcome everyone. After this a bit hectic intro. Hover with the hypes. And redeeming the first, well done, that zombie, shortly after, with the high and the hype. Thank you, great to have you here. More hypes. And we have more hypes. More hypes. And Banker Monkey, 3, 2, 1, go. Redeeming the third, indeed, we managed. We are on Europe North and on VATSIM, so you're very welcome to fly along, whichever you prefer. It's gonna be fun. I am so not ready. It's gonna be extra fun. Right, I need to go and open up my music. Actually, I didn't do it before, so hang on, I'll get it out. I need to search for the Lo-Fi Geek streams and find the space stream. That's the one I always use as the background music. I super like it, to be honest. Alright. Guitar goes off and music goes on. So this flight theme. And I'll disappear it for just a small second and turn off the guitar stuff. Oh no, I cannot disappear. I am here forever now. Okay, I am back. I will try to restore the script that controls my OBS. Actually, it worked before. Okay, some things work, something don't. I will need to check this out after the stream. No. I like being prepared. This is not the day, but here we go. There's no going out now. This works. The other thing doesn't. I am so confused. We are here at Pendleton. We will be going to Boise, but we'll do one more approach in the meantime at Baker City. It's gonna be fun. I don't have the route ready, so let me open up the chart and we'll figure out the route we want to go. Also, I need to correct my mic. It's a bit too low. Maybe it's not. How are you all doing today? Today is Tuesday. I hope you had a great start of the week. Hang on, I'll correct the mic, one sec. And I'm back. So it seems I changed too many things at the same time. That's the way to make it wrong. So I'll be struggling now. I hope you're fine with that. Just got the 182 RG yesterday and decided to join you in for fun. Didn't realize you're also using it. Cool. Yeah, I am. It looks super fun. I saw other using it and well, I just took it. So that's the outline of the route. We'll make a more detailed route in a second, so I actually need to start my Navi graph and everything, so hang on, we'll be there in no time. No time means up to 3 hours in my world. You know how it works. Right, Navi graph is up. Also, Navi graph has this fancy new feature. I so like it. They can show the weather. And there is indeed some weather now. We'll see about that. So there's us. As you can see, there's quite a few mountains along the way. So I really wanted to do it in the mountains, so it's actually so it's actually less forgiving, but I need to switch to the IFR mode so we actually see where we are going and what we are doing. Here, I don't think I want all these points, so let's turn them off. Now that's looking a bit better. I checked the service ceiling of the 182. It seems to be 18,000, so I think we should be fine to fly this route. I really hope this Cessna works for that. Also, if I don't do something too quiet or anything, please let me know. It's gonna be a hectic day today. And I want to do one small approach at ABKE on the meantime. Right, so that's it. I will also open up the sky vector so we can have a look at the route we want to follow. Awesome, hang on. I am totally in the middle of the screen. That's not gonna work. I need to correct that. No. I see the problem. I rotated the camera a bit too much. So here's my trusty Firefox. I do have all the charts in the world, but we'll be using sky vector. How do I find the place? How do I find the place? It's somewhere here. Alright, I know the names. Yay, that's boys. There is also Ontario, but it's not the Canadian one, it's the American one. And we are going from here, Pendleton. Oh, there's no meter for our approach airport here. That's fine. Right, so we'll switch to the word low, which is the low IFR. And we'll try to figure out what we're doing. Oh dear, it's gonna take forever. So hang on, I'll correct the camera. So talk to you in a few seconds. That's bad, I rotated too much, hang on. Alright, that seems to be working now. Yay, I don't see any shimmers, so I think we're good. I'll just move myself a bit to the left. Oh, hang on, the scene didn't change. Do not have the guitar in view. It's not quite a bad idea, let's have it. Hey, that's gonna be great! VR! Hey Dryzen, great to have you here! Long time no see. Yes, we'll be doing VR to VR. I think. We'll see about that. I am super not ready today. And here's a shout out! Another great streamer, I totally recommend. Always enjoy watching you. So, let me show you. We are planning to go from here, Pendleton, do some approach at Baker City and go to Boise. And since this Cessna doesn't have DME, we will need to do this VR to VR. So that's gonna be fun. Right, let's check the runways here. So there's 26 that we can take. Okay, let's select it and let's see, there's no departure. Alright, so we need to have a look at the charts. There should be some... Alright, ODP, Obstacle Departure Procedures. Runway 26. There's terrain description. Right, so there's just terrain, nothing for us to do. Okay. How do you do that? The pilot, hello, hello. Great to have you here. Welcome. You managed to get here. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. We'll be flying this little Cessna. Everyone can fly along on VATSIM or multiplayer. You're always welcome. And I'm trying to figure out my departure now. So we'll be taking runway 26. There's obstacle departure procedure. There is no seed or anything. And what they say about the terrain. So that's 8 feet, 54 feet. So I think we just climb out. Terrain beginning 1200 from departure end of runway up to 1500 MSL. Cancer, no problem. It's fine, it's fine. So I will maybe pin it just so we have it handy. And let's check the elevation. So that's 1500. Right, so it's pretty flat in the area, it seems. I'll just have a look at any approach chart and see what's the safe altitude here. Oh, MSA is 6500. Right, so I think what we'll do, we'll just take off 26. So that's here. Fly to the VOR and climb in this hold until we reach the minimum self altitude. Maybe actually let's climb on the VOR, fly on this radial outbound until we reach the MSA, and then we can turn around. Actually at 3000, so we can just follow this the opposite way. I'm not sure if that's the right way to do this in the US. So the ODP isn't very helpful here. Doesn't give us any procedure, just, well, just the terrain information. Right, so we'll get back to the VOR. And the VOR was... Alright, so I'll pin this. It looks pretty well. Right, that's PDT, so I will put direct PDT. Okay, now we need to figure out the next steps. So we go to the charts and let's have a look here. I got lost. Where were we? Oh, there we are, PDT. Right, so we want to follow to Baker City. So there is route Victor 4. So you can just go Victor 4 to Bravo Kilo Echo. Right, PDT Victor 4 Bravo Kilo Echo. And then we can actually, hang on, I want to show this. It's super nice. Also, I'm not sure if people are using this in the US. So you can actually enter stay information that you will take 1 hour there to do the approach. Okay, I have these guides and actually will be here as well. So what you can do in your flight plan, you can add as a waypoint stay information. So stay 1, we'll put maybe 0020, 20 minutes should be fine for the approach and getting back for the VOR. And then we'll put a comment in the remarks, stay info, and we'll explain what we are doing there. So let's do that. If there's any VATSIM controller, we're gonna make them crazy. Just gonna get up in there and do some approaches while wait. Yeah, that's a good idea, however, it's gonna take a while. Alright, I will type it here, although it's probably not gonna work for the Navigraph, so Navigraph will have no clue what that is. Alright, so we remove that, and then Bravo Kilo Echo again, so we'll get back there. Let's see what Navigraph does. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't know that one, but it's fine. It doesn't, well, doesn't complain all too much. Actually, it is going smoother than I expected. So Bravo Kilo Echo, and then we go to boys. So there's boys, or terminal, and we'll follow Victor 4 again. Is that Victor 4444? What's about the 3 4s here? That's confusing. Whoa. Hang on, is that a different airway? Let's have a look at the Navigraph. No, it's just showing as Victor 4 here, so that's gonna be fine. Right, so from Baker Victor 4 to the VOR, which is... There's too many things here, I don't see it, so let's go back there. Right, that's VOR-TAC, combined VOR and TACAN. What's the identifier? Boy, Bravo Square India. No, that's the airport. Where's the TACAN identifier? Here. Yeah, so that's Bravo Square India. Right, so that's our flight plan. Now, at Boy, let's do the... Alright, so now Navigraph is actually not happy. Right, that does make Navigraph unhappy. It actually removes this part here. So I'll correct this a bit. Right, let's copy that. I will use this to add the route on VATSIM. Also, I need to check my mic because I choose other mic, so there's a good chance it's not gonna work properly. Right, we're going from KPDT to Boys. I hope that is the correct way to pronounce it. I actually don't know. We can put Baker as alternate. Alright, so that's looking good now. Departure time, I think we'll make it in another 30 minutes. Time en route, let's keep 2 hours. Fuel available 4 hours. Cruise speed, I'm actually not sure, so let's put 140. That's my guesstimate. Cruise altitude, we are going eastbound, and I think 9000 will do the job. Let's double check that. So that part of the airway is at... Hang on. That part of the airway is at 5900. Okay, and that part here, the Victor 4, is at 10,000. Right, so we need to put 11,000. So there's 7,000 here, then 10,000 here. Since we are going eastbound, we need the odd one, so we need 11,000. But then on the other leg, we can go a bit lower, so we can go actually at 6,000. Am I reading this correctly? No, it says 9,000 here, so 9,000 here, so here we can go at 9,000, so 2,000 feet lower. There is another trick to do that in the flight plan. I will try to show you that. So we'll put 11,000 since that's our initial one. And now I have another guide here. Oh, actually, let me paste that in the chat so you can read that as well. Right, I like this guide from EuroFPL. I'm pasting the link in chat as well for you. And here it should be described how to indicate the change of altitude in our flight plan. Okay, where are you? Okay, I'll put it first and then we'll try to find it. So here at this baker, we will go at 9,000. So you just put the slash here and you need to put your airspeed. So that's November. No, I don't remember. I think just November 140, which means 140 knots. And altitude 9,000. I think this is the format, but let's verify it. I haven't been doing this in a while, so always a good idea to check. Right, and this guide is super nice. I totally recommend reading that. Also gives a lot of extra information that maybe not very often used. Right, we have that here. Change of speed and or level is indicated by appending data formatted as in 15 cruising speed and level to a point after a slash. For example, May / November 0305 Foxtrot 180. So this means 305 knots and flight level 180. Right, so I do need to put the 0 here, but we are not on the flight levels, we are on the altitude, so I need to correct that as well. So here's the 0, and just imagine going over 1000 knots. Well, actually it's quite possible if you're a Concorde or whatnot. Right, I think the altitude will... I think I know. So this will be 0900, and let's verify this here in the format. So they say it's the same format as in the level. Right, and in the level we have A for plane altitude in hundreds of feet. So 2 zeros are cut out. So 0900 means 9,000. And here's an example. A045 means 4,500 feet. Right, so that's perfect. Now, which route do you want me to paste for you in the chat? Do you want this route or do you want the Navigraph route? I think you want the Navigraph route, since this one will not work for you anyway. Before I do that, I also need our equipment code. So I go to the VATSIM here and we have the equipment suffix. Now we are no RVSM, so we don't have reduced vertical separation minima capability. We have no DME and transponder mode Charlie, so we're / uniform. And this is FAA equipment code. We don't use that in Europe. Alright, remark. We need to put this remark about the approach here, so let's figure how to do that. Here's the example, and here's the remark, and here's all of the information before that, which we don't have, and then there is saved 1 / and just clear text what we want there. So it will look a bit weird because there will be 2 slashes, but well, so stay info 1 / training instrument approach at KBKE. Let me check if that's the correct one. KBKE. Right. I think this is looking good now. IFR, KPDT, KBoy, KBK alternate 1900 departure, 2 hours, 4 hours fuel, cruising speed 140, cruise altitude 11,000. Equipment / uniform and direct PDT Victor 4 Baker City. Stay 1 30 minutes Baker, and here we change our speed and altitude. Well, we just changed the altitude, but we need to reiterate the speed since you have to put 2 of them. So 140 knots and 9,000. Victor 4 to Boys VOR and direct Boys. Remark, stay info 1, training instrument approach at KBKE. Send receive, and that's all good, so file that. I'll just open it and have a quick look. Alright, I think everything is okay here. Oh, also there is Zulu time here, so I can always check that and not put in the wrong time. And no controllers runs. Right, I hope you're having fun, and however, I hope you're practicing there. Next thing I need is the flight plan for you. So I'll just put Baker City here, so the Navigraph will understand that, and select the runway for landing. So that looks, wow, there's so many runways. Left or right? Where is the FBO? I think the FBO is here on the south, am I right? There's fire station, general aviation parking here. So 10 right or 28 left? 28 left it is. Right, so that should give us the full flight plan. There's also there's a ton of arrivals, but we cannot actually use any of them, I think. Well, we can use the RNAV, but I don't want to use the RNAV today, so we'll stick with that. And let's have a look at the approach here. ILS Yankee 10 right. DME required, so that's no use for me. Or DME Yankee, that's no use as well. Right, let's review the other approaches. Seems I actually didn't check that. Worst case we'll do the RNAV, that's gonna be fine as well, but I would prefer to do some classic approach. What else do we have here? Maybe you can try the Tekken approach, also you are not military traffic. Still possible. Alright, what else do we have? RNAV. And there's Tekken runway 10 left and 10 right. Oh, the Tekken is using the DME as well. No, all my plan. My whole plan is ruined because we don't have the approach I wanted. Right, let's choose for now the VOR DME 10 left, and we'll see how we can make this work. Well, we cannot. There's also 10 Yankee, so maybe that's gonna work. DME required, 10 Zulu. DME required. Alright, we'll figure out later. So let me copy that for you. Oh, hang on, we just 28 left. Alright. I'll paste this in the root command. There we go. So that now works. I feel super unprepared. Actually, we can also have a look here on Sky Vector. Maybe they have some more approaches or some procedure for departure. Hey, thank you for the follow, Nasser1B. Thank you. Great to have you here. We are flying the Cessna 182. Well, we are still on the ground. We are planning to fly the Cessna and trying to some VOR to VOR navigation. But I think for our destination we'll have to do RNAV approach because I don't see any other suitable approach for us. Right, let's get in the plane and get it started. I hope the whoosh didn't kill your ears. So, you can always fly along on VATSIM or Europe North multiplayer. I think I'm seeing other traffic as well. We have that zombie on the right and Bonanza looks like hoverboard, but I don't see the nameplate just yet. It's so quiet now. That's sounding so much better. Right, I need to lock my seats, so hang on, I'll disappear for a second. Nice to run break. Could you share a flight plan here? Sure, we do have it in the route command. So that's the flight plan we will be following. You can paste in Navigraph and it should work, I hope. Oh, now it works. I see, I was in the wrong scene, that's why nothing was working. Well, almost. Right, so disappearing for a moment, I'll lock my chair and we'll be back with you. Hey, I'm back. I hope everything's gonna work today. And you can see the guitar whole time now. I also hope I'm not in the view and the green screen seems to be working a-okay so far. Aaron, hello. I'll just look for a while. Cool. That's all good. Right, so let's start up the aircraft. I'll just do what I think is right. I didn't actually read the manual. Let's check if my flight controls work, so could be a nasty surprise if they don't work. Right, mixture cutoff, throttle idle, prop forward. It's working, parking brake. Uh-oh. My usual parking brake lever is not working, so I'll just operate it here. Parking brake is set. There's just one tiny bug here, the autopilot is always on. But won't bother me all too much. And we have two VR, so we have HSI and the classic VR. Instrument here, we have ADF, but we do not have the DME, so that's the fun part here. Right, battery on. Our fuel is on both. Actually, let's load up the fuel. We take all the fuel in the world. This is how I roll. Also, I have everything sounding and looking fine. Please let me know if something is not right. I see when I'm up that you don't hear the mic very well. Hang on. Maybe this is gonna be better now? Yeah, I hope it's better. Right, fuel pump on. Do we have the fuel pressure here? No, nothing. Nothing like that. Right, no one around. Step on the brakes. Clear prop. Rotate this to start. And it's running. Oh, it's not running. I know why. We need the mixture in. Open throttle just a tiny bit. And prime it. Now it's running. The sounds are a bit funny here. I'll get it a bit quieter. Let's keep that for now. I hope it's gonna work. One thing I also need to verify is my VATSIM microphone settings, because I did change it, so there's a chance it's not working. Oh no, it's not working. Oh no, mayday. How do I fix it? So what happens is usually I've been using a different microphone and I switched this one today. Well, actually got the mic I was usually using off here, so I will need to do some operation to get it back in. Though it seems, and this one doesn't seem to be working. I'll just double check if I can get it from somewhere else, but then I know it's having some trouble every now and then. Alright, I need to think what I'm doing. Actually, we need to choose the voice meter. Let's choose the aux. Turn avionics switch on if you want your avionics on. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. And also the alternator. I got confused here. So the avionics switch is in a weird place here. Here it is. Thank you, however. And also nav light and beacon light. I am so out of my element today. It's gonna be fine. Right, I'm thinking how to do that. So I've got the idea. Now, can I put this microphone in here? Hello, hello. And boom, it's not working. Right, so I need to get in the other mic. So it's gonna take me a few seconds. So I'll be back in a bit. Hang on. Sorry for that. I didn't check it beforehand. Now it's not working. Boo. Alright, we are working on it. I'm having fun. So here's the other mic. I will just put it somewhere close where I usually have it. And hopefully it's gonna work. Yeah, why wouldn't it? I'll just try to put it somewhere so that it's safe and doesn't flip over. It's probably gonna be fine. Now we need to go in here and we need to find it. It's probably not on the list, and there's a good chance I will need to restart this whole thing. Let me double check, maybe it showed up now. It's here, so let's select it. Hello, 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 oh no. Okay, I know the problem. I know the problem. Now, no. Right, I'll apply this, do OK, and we'll restore the vPilot. Hi, we're liking the hectic stream. It's absolute madness, but sometimes I'm not ready and then I absolutely hate it, but I'm just trying to do my best and fix everything. I see that zombie taxing away there, so you can be on your way. I'll catch up eventually, I hope. Hello, hello. Yay, now it's working. Perfect. So we're all good here, we can connect. My clicks are working. Yay, all set. Right, there's actually a chance we'll fly today. Even Nicotine is here. Welcome, great to have you. So, our flight plan is filed. We are all good. So let's figure out what we are doing next. We'll taxi here via Delta Golf Foxtrot to runway 26. We'll do the run up and then we'll take off. We'll just fly until we climb to the altitude we need, and then we'll turn around and fly to the VOR. That's the idea. Right, we need to tune in 1228. I wonder why the COM1 is showing different thing than we have here. That is slightly unsettling. So that is COM2, the COM1 is here. Right, that makes perfect sense. So 1228 on COM1. I can also try to dial in 1228 on COM2, and then I should be able to hear myself. Right, also transponder, before I forget, we'll select 2000. This old school transponder, I actually had this one Cessna 150 I was doing my PPL on. These were fun times. I'll turn to alt already so I don't forget that. Okay, so we do hear the click. And we are at Pendleton. Pendleton traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, radio check. Cool, so you did hear me twice, that's because you heard me in my mic. Yay, 5x5. 5x5, thank you. And you also heard me coming in on the COM2. So I'll switch off the COM2 now, and we should be fine. So that's now grayed out, we'll not hear it anymore. And last but not least, I do need to tune in the VOR, so that's 1147. Right, push that here, 1147. So, you know what, I think we'll just do the runoff approach in our final destination. Gonna be fine. Alright, switch this to the VOR. Perfect. And I want to check the radial, so 259er outbound. 079 minus 180, 259, so that's matching up. And also our runway heading, 254. Alright, so I'll put this to 254, the heading back. Heading back is there, and we'll put the course to 259er. Alright, the way I'm doing that is I'm first putting it on a run number, so I want it on 260, so that's 260, I think now, and less one click. No, I think that's 261 and less one click. That should be 259er, so we are all set here. Click the B for the QNH, and we are good. Do we check the meter? Let's check it. Alright, 240, winds 240, 14 gusting 21, outer 10 miles, visibility scattered 050, overcast 110, temperature 16, dew point 05, altimeter 3012. 3012, and what do we have here? 3012. Okay, do we have the second altimeter? No. Right, so we are ready to taxi. I just realized I had my mixer volume difference, so that's why I heard the music so quiet in the beginning. I hope I didn't kill your ears. What's this guy? I don't know. Oh, it's actual light. I feel so stressed out because of changing my setup and everything being different and not working, but we are good. Alright, let's make this taxi call. Pendleton traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, taxing runway 26 via Delta Golf Foxtrot, Pendleton. Right. Parking brake released. Also, this plane has very high looking angle and a very wobbly nose gear. So we need to be careful on the brakes, and it's so funny. And you barely see where you are going. Great, there's one of you here. Hey, great to have you. Oh, this is so wobbly. Wobbly plane. It's so cool. Alright, get here on the taxiway. Am I doing this right? Hope I am. So still need to taxi straight away, and we want to go to taxiway Delta, so it should be at the very end. I need a lot of left rudder because of the right crosswinds. Also, since we have wind from the back, I probably should push the yoke so that we get our nose gear up. Right, let's get on this taxiway here. This wobbly plane is crazy. That's Econ 1129er, that's not where we're going. And here's the Delta. Right, the clouds are looking scary. Okay, we do cross the runway. Pendleton traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, crossing runway 1129er, Pendleton. I see, so we actually get on the runway. I thought by the looks of it that we'll be behind the runway, but we are on the runway here. Oh, this plane is so wobbly. Right, so we do turn left now. Actually need to use the brake as well. Alright, now we taxi straight ahead and then right onto Foxtrot. Pendleton traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, clear of runway 1129er, Pendleton. Nicolin is taking off. I hope we'll catch up with him in time. It's gonna take me forever. You know how it works. Right, so here we go. Actually, on the next one. Right on Foxtrot. Right, that's quite a long taxi in front of us. And let's get the taxi light on. I totally forgot that. Right, I see the end of the taxi. The weather is looking pretty nice, so it's gonna be interesting. I didn't check any icing situation, and we don't have any de-ice, so we just need to stay out of icing. I hope I do have icing turned off in the sim, since I've been flying the Phoenix. It shouldn't cause any problem, but still, if possible, we rather should stay out of that. Right, we'll stop here, do the run up, and then we'll be ready to go. I swear it's hitting the tail and the prop when it's doing that. Right, stepping on the brakes, parking brake set, get the throttle to, what do I know? Get it to 1700s. Now, since this is Coronado plane, I do not expect any failures here, but let's check that anyway. So magnetos to left, and there is 100 drop. Back to both. They're going up to 1700. Now right magneto. Same drop of 100. Back to both. Let it go up. And let's see, now we check the prop. So looking at the manifold actually first the RPM. So it's decreasing. And then look at the manifold pressure. It should be increasing, but there is no change there. Maybe we're a bit too low. And we don't have the oil pressure, do we? No, oh, actually we do. Should be here. So let's see if it's reacting. It's just dropping. Right. And the carb heat. And there is a drop, so the carb is working as well. Right, carb it off, throttle idle, mixture forward, prop forward. Let's get the flaps for takeoff into 10. And I think we'll be ready to go, so let's see where we need to climb. Alright, I need to be sure not to lose track. I see, so we'll go over this VOR and we want to be... We're going Victor 4 here, 7000 at least. So that part of the road is at 7000. Oh, but since we don't have the DME, well, we'll just climb out to 11,000 anyway. Right, and then on the departure we'll follow this approach but reverse, so we'll climb on the runway heading to 3,500 and then turn around to the VOR, which should put us within the 10 miles. So how do we know we're within the 10 miles? We'll try to gauge based on our airspeed. Right. Pendleton traffic number 225 Victor XLA, lining up runway 26 Pendleton. Landing lights on, Ito hit on, there is no strobe lights, there's actually no button. Check the approach sector. Don't see anyone there, so let's line up. Oh, I see the problem. Release the parking brakes, and now we're rolling. Hey, finally! Oh, we're actually on time. So that's 19 Zulu, 1 hour into the stream. And we'll do the departure call before I start rolling. I am actually scared when I'm hitting the brakes and it's dipping the prop like that. There's that zombie there. Pendleton traffic, number 225 Victor X-ray, taking off runway 26, departing westbound, climbing 3500, then turning eastbound, climbing 7000 over the VOR Pendleton. Right. Throttle full forward. RPM is in the green, engine instruments in the green. I need a lot of right rudder and left aileron. Pull back on the yoke so we release pressure from that nose gear. Right, it's unsticking, so let it go in the air. Step on the brakes, haha, now I remembered. And get on the climb. Right, so I'll keep 80 for the climb. Reduce the power. So I'll get everything in the green, drop in the green, and let's get the manifold pressure in the green as well. Will that be enough? We'll see. Positive climb, gear up, flaps up, trim up. Oh, I forgot my trim. Hang on. I need to start the spud next, which will take care of my trim. But hopefully that's gonna work. And start tracking this radial autobahn. Alright, so there's really not much here as far as terrain is concerned. That's probably the reason why there was no specific ODP. I need to read more about that, how we do it in the US, if there is no specific departure, like what altitude you need to climb and when. Right, so we actually have reasonable climb performance on this power setting. Now let's get tracking this radial. And we are 2500, so 1000 feet to go. I didn't start the timer. Let's start it now. So timer is running. Looks pretty dark on the inside here on the stream. It looks pretty okay for me, so I hope you can see the instruments. Actually get those cabin lights. Okay, now I don't remember which is which, so we'll oh, they're here. So, I've got the instrument lights up for you. We smashed the radial, and we're at 3500. Almost, so let's get back to the radial, and we'll do a procedure turn to the left. No, sorry, to the right, so we follow roughly what is here. So 304 to the right. And we're within 1 minute. We're doing like... Right, I need to rest the clock. I'll keep thinking. Clock's running. We're doing, say, at most 120 knots ground speed. So that's 2 miles per minute, so we're totally within 10 miles. Right, we keep this heading for 1 minute and then we turn left. Oh, actually look, we are still over the VR. So that's pretty nice there. Actually, maybe we're too early for the procedure turn. Right, 45 seconds, so I'm impatient. I'll turn around now. And I need to remember to read about the ODP, how we are supposed to do that if there is no specific ODP described. I will totally read about that. Okay, I hope you can hear me well most of the time. I see the mic is not always at the volume I want it to be, so we'll be seeing about that. Now we turn heading 1 to 4. I don't think what we are doing is how we are supposed to do that, so I need to learn a bit more about this. Right, now line to the VR and then insert the radial. So when we're over the VR, because that seems where we're heading to, I will start tracking the radial. Actually, we need to start tracking our airway, but we're not at 7,000 feet. So I did mess this up. I think I should have been flying a bit further. So now our airway, we have the radial 123 outbound. Well, that's heading 123 outbound. And also radial 123 outbound. So let's set this up. The CDI to 123 and we are, well, 1000 too low. Right, let's get to this radial. I'm not sure what our wind correction is. I will also reset the clock so that we know how far out we are from the VR. Oh dear, this is getting scary. Let's make sure I have enough corrections so I will actually capture that radial. We have 500 feet to go. So that plane is climbing super well on this power setting. I thought it would be too low, but it's fine. Right, I'll actually increase the mindful pressure to the top of the green, so 20, 23. CDI alive. Right, we want to capture this radial outbound. We are at 7,000, so now we are safe. And we need to climb 11,000, and we are getting the clouds. I did see everyone flying around. There's the zombie. Oh, the landing lights. I am totally out of my element again today. Ooh. That's why we train, to get better next time. Also, I have 747 in the tag, that's so nice. And there's nicotine there. Cool stuff. Right, before we get lost, next thing we need to do is to tune in the next VR, which is 115.3. Oh dear, what's going on here? That's bad. 115.3. So we'll tune this on enough too. And we shall be receiving this here. So I will also switch to 123. It's 120, 123. Alright, now what am I doing wrong? Because this one is showing... Right, it's showing 2, but it's showing us on the right, while this one is showing us on the left. I see what the problem is. I did have a wrong CDI OBS setting here, so that's 120, 123 clicks. So now hopefully they will be in sync. A bit better. Ah, that's cool. Interesting, so they're not matching maybe because I had this obvious settings wrong, or maybe for some other reason. Alright, past 9,000. Add manifold pressure again. Alright, now I'm full throttle. I cannot add any more manifold pressure. We're out of the clouds. We do have some slight icing here on the windshield, so my icing effects are indeed on. And let's continue climbing at 80 knots. And we are... Alright, I'm still not sure how to use this instrument. So that's fuel used. I did reset that. It's showing 2.6 anyway. And here you can select miles per gallon, gallon to destination, gallon reserve, endurance, hours and minutes. Alright, I'm not sure. Also, we should probably lean the propel a bit, lean the mixture a bit. Where's our EGT? We don't even have EGT. Oh, we do have it here. Nice. And we do have this line so we can set where the peak is. Right, that's around where the peak is, and we'll go, what do I know, 50 less, 100 less. I don't remember how much is. Right, I think small notches are 25 and the big notch is 100. So let's go 50, reach of peak. Now I'm super curious about this VR situation, and we are where here. Okay, so we're just getting to 11,000. The small arrow here is showing tens of thousands, so that's 10,000 plus the big hand, or the short fat hand at 1,000, and the small hand one at 0. Now, what's the situation here? 1, 2, 3. They are not matching up for some reason. I am actually concerned about that. Right, level up here. Now we can reduce manifold pressure. Actually, let's keep it here, and we can reduce the prop. So I'll go down to 20, so it sounds good. Right, try to level up here. Let's see what our airspeed will be. I will turn on the autopilot. It's time. Autopilot on. So we're showing here the FPM at 0, I hope. Yep. And we're in the roll mode, so let's select the heading. Actually, we can go to the nav mode. Right, it's gonna capture this a bit more aggressively, I think. LinkedIn, hey, are you using real-time weather? I'm facing many icing conditions. I am. Whoops. We're in trouble. Worst case, we'll just disable the icing, but, well, thank you for the heads up. Hey, Nicodine, great to have you. So, I'll turn on the curb hit in that case. Also, I think we do see the cloud here in the cabin. Right, we did settle on some wind correction. I do want to keep 11,000, so let's set this up. Altitude. Actually, hang on, 11,000. Let's try to arm that, and how does it work now? Oh, I know. Oh, I see. I need the nose up, and we'll climb there. I have light icing in clouds only. Yeah, I think same here. So, did get some ice here on the windshield. Can we see it on the wing? I know. I hope you're good. Right, we are 10 minutes. Well, 8.5 minutes. Let's see how far that is actually. So that's 17 plus 14 plus 37. Oh no. So that's 31 plus 37, 68 miles. Alright, 68 miles. Now what's our outside air temperature? Minus 5 Celsius, I think. Yeah, minus 5, and we're at 11,000, give or take. So let's try to use this instrument now. It's doing this automatically. Oh no, I can rotate it like that. So that's minus 10, 20, 30, so minus 5 is around here, and we need to put this on top of 11,000. So there is 0, 5, 10, and 11 is around here. So that will be about it, and we're doing 125 knots through airspeed. Give or take our wind, which is, I don't know actually. Oh, sorry for the chart up. Let me try again. So what I did is I rotated this ring here, and now our pressure altitude is give or take 11,000. Our outside air temperature is minus 5 Celsius. So minus 5 is somewhere here, and there's 0, 5, 10,000 here, and 11,000 is around here. So I'm trying to put this notch under minus 5, and that's showing us 125 knots through airspeed. Right, so my guesstimate of 120 wasn't all that bad. Now, what's about these VRs? I'm super concerned about that. I feel like one of them is simply not taking into account the magnetic variation here. So let's check what's the magnetic variation here. We should be having it here, but it's not. Maybe it's here. Yeah, it's 16 east. Whoa. Right, so maybe that's not the problem. 16 would be way too much. What discrepancy are we seeing here? So I am, I believe, on 123 here. On the nav1, on the ABS, and on the nav2 we are on the same radial when I hit 115. So that's like 8 difference. Why is that the case? I actually don't know. I'll make the plane a bit quieter. It's actually a loud one. Right, can we get the wind speeds? Let's check layers. No. Oh, I know what we can do. Hang on. Look, we have Navigraph, and we do have the wind burps here. So we can go to weather, and we can select the wind layer. Wind burps, perfect. And now we choose flight level 100 because that's the closest to us. And okay, they're here. Oh, so look, we are basically, okay, I would say this is the wind direction. So we just have the crosswind, give or take. 30 Phoenix with the rage. Thank you. Great to have you here. Welcome aboard. We're flying the Cessna 192 retractable gear by Granada. We are flying from Peldentown to Boise, but we'll be doing a stop at Baker City. And we are flying using the classic IFR navigation, instrument navigation, so just VR to VR. And I super like this landscape. It's pretty nice. We are on VATSIM and we have that zombie and nicotine flying along. So you're very welcome to join. We are on Europe North, on multiplayer and or VATSIM if you want. I am Vex, I'm flying planes, I've been flying in real life as well. I have been flying for the last 3 years and you can read all about me below. So we just left the Pendleton and we are inbound Baker City. Once we are at the VOR, we'll try to do the approach and we're trying to figure out how far we are. So I'm trying to figure out my wind correction. But the wind is basically 5 knots crosswind. I think that's about it. Actually, we might be at the middle of a low, so it might should be beyond 0 at this point. So we're doing 125 knots. Which means 2 miles per minute, give or take, so we should have done 30 minutes already. And we have 68 miles to go. So that should be 34 minutes on the clock, give or take, when we hit the VOR. Now, my problem is that because we're in between the 2 VORs, we're going here on Victor 4 from Pendleton VOR to Baker City VOR, and somehow it's not matching up for me. Actually it shows 2907 here on the inbound and 123 on the outbound, so they're actually not matching. Looks like fun. I just got done with a warbird flight in South America with the P-40F. Really enjoyed the flight. Yay, sounds great. I hope you had fun. Sounds real nice. Right, so those radios are actually not matching here. That's 123 and 297. So maybe that explains the mystery. Now my question is, where is the changeover point? It should be marked, but I don't see the glyph that's normally marking it. So I would look for... Sorry. So the radial out is 123, and radial in is 297. So maybe we'll just need to... Well, 297 minus 180. So that will be 117. Aha! 117. And right, so let's dial 117 in then. That's 115, 2 clicks. Right, so now that's working. Interesting. So I think what is happening is they simply have different magnetic variation, and that's the reason for that. So we can actually verify that. Let's open the charts for the Baker City and actually get ready with my preparation. So there's the airport and there's 16 as well. Alright, so I don't understand what was the difference. We'll pin that just in case, and let's have a look at the approaches. So we have VOR DME that we cannot do. Actually, yeah, we can do, because there's also this approach without the DME, or is it? Yeah, we can do this approach without the DME. So from VOR, just fly the outbound, proceed return, and the approach, and that's gonna put us on the correct runway, so do that. There's also the other one, the VOR runway unspecified. It does indicate the holding here also, which the other one doesn't indicate. I'll pin the two of them, and let's double check if we do see any holding here. No. Oh no, I wasn't showing you. Sorry, I'm not on top of my charts game today. So we are somewhere mid here. We have like 20. So on the clock, 34, we should be overheads, which means we have not that much time actually. There is no holding specified here. And then we have the approaches. So we have those two. This one has the holding specified. The other one doesn't. I think I would prefer this approach, so let's do that. So let's have a look. We can actually enter this holding here. Oh, I see. Maybe that's the holding at the miss approach. No. Right. So we can enter that hold. No, that's actually, I think, the hold up after the miss approach. So my problem is now we need to align with that. But I think we'll be over the MSA, so we can do that no problem and only start descending after we're established on the outbound course. I think that's a reasonable idea, and we will descend to 8,000 here. Alright. Oh, actually I can see where we are. Right, since we passed the midway a long time ago, I will switch the VOR, so we need to go 1153 on the nav 2, 1153. So let's go to the heading mode for a second. Switch those guys and change the radial here. So we need, that was the 7 at the end, so I think that's what we need. Alright, let's go to the nav mode. I've just realized multiplayer has been off for the entire flight. No wonder I couldn't see you. Oh no. I'm going to continue with the flight anyway because I'm loving the views. No worries. I mean, even if you fly along and you're not on the multiplayer, you're still flying along, and that's cool enough. I like it. I haven't did this myself as well. For example, when 10 was not on the multiplayer. Yeah, and the views are great. I think I chose the right place to go. Oh dear. And the dashboard in this plane is super high, so for the pilots like me, well, you do not see too much. Alright, what do we have here? Baker City, VOR DME, runway 13, we'll just do the VOR version. It doesn't say DME required, so I think we're good, although I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, we cannot do that, so we'll do, because the final approach fix is here at the DME, which we cannot tell, so we cannot do that. So we will do the VOR approach runway as specified. Perfect, so we need to maneuver so that we are... Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll pass over the VOR and then do procedure turn and establish ourselves on an inbound course, and then we'll start the approach. This is the way. Alright, I also need to be watching the VOR here. Worst case, I'll see that the flag switched from to from, and that's how we'll know we passed the VOR. So I need to start the timing then. I will turn off our position here so it's more difficult. Right, Baker City, Oregon, VRA, VR Baker 115.3, we have that dialed in already. Final approach course 135, no final approach fixed, MDA referred to minimum, airport invasion 3373, MSA 10,800 in the north east sector. 8,300 in the southeast sector and 10,400 in the west sector. This approach, climbed right, turn to 6,900 on Baker VOR holding pattern. I see. Right, circling to runways 81726 and 35 knot authorized at night. Alright, so that's it. We go over the VOR, descend to 6,700 within 10 miles, do the procedure turn, and then we descend to MDA 5,200. That's such a cool approach. Right, all set, easy peasy. Well, we'll see about that. I will maybe try to load at the approach here for you. And I do have the foggles. Oh, we are still 10 minutes to go. Give or take, so around 34 on the clock, I do expect to be over the VOR. Also, I hope you're hearing me okay today. I know my mic is all over the place. I will try to adjust my stuff and be better next time. Also, I can show you, we now have the green screen a much further so I can slide back. But the thing about it is so far it doesn't get enough light to have the proper color. So what I'm doing is I'm shining the green light on the green screen, and that's actually making it more green, so the OBS is able to filter this out much better. I call this green screen enhancer. It's my invention. Actually green lights, so as you can see this light here in the bottom right, that's actually coming from an LED lamp. It works like a charm, I can recommend that. And also so in the past I used to shine the green light from the back, now I'm shining it from the front because this material I'm having right now is much thicker, so it doesn't shine through as well as the previous green screen. And as I'm doing that, also my chair is translucent now. Like, this is so funny. I super enjoyed that you can actually see through the chair. It's amazing. Hey, I see someone here. Oops. Are we getting so close to you on VATSIM, or are we? I think that's the case. Oopsies. Actually, I think I never had a look at VATOR, so I'll load it up and we'll see what's going on there. SIM hour. Also, they always say they're not third party, not affiliated with VATSIM, although they have been given the domain from VATSIM, which is pretty nice, all things considered. Yeah, so that's us. Alright, there's actually two of us. Hey, November 511 Victor, day 14. So cool. Alright, normal this wouldn't happen because we'll be deconflicted by the controller, but that's not the case here. I think I can make some sort of a traffic call. So since you are 7 minutes to go, times 2, that's give or take 15 miles. Baker City traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, 15 miles inbound Baker City VOR at 11,000 feet from the northwest Baker City. I'm not on VATSIM. Yeah, but there's someone else on VATSIM. So we are super close, look. Anyway, great to have someone here. I'm not super bothered about being so close because in real life would be conflicted by the controller. That's the whole point of the airfare flying. Also, I'm guesstimating we are 15 miles out. Also, well, this educated guess. And I lost my mouse. Where are you? Here you are. There's nicotine, there's the zombie, and there's our VATSIM friend. I think we passed you. Alright, so that's all good. Incredible place. Those mountains are pretty tall actually. I wanted to put the name of the mountain range in the stream title, but I actually couldn't figure out what mountain range that is. So yeah, that's too bad. Also, I did one thing. I connected my other mic to the OBS as well, so I can use it when I need to. Let's switch to it. Hey, so that's me from the other mic. I hope it's sounding okay. Let's go back to the previous mic. I also had some feedback going to my ears, but it's too delayed to be useful for me. Right, I've never been so close to other bus in traffic on an actual flight. And this plane is so loud. I hope I'm not killing your ears. And there's the Baker City. So I'll probably put on the foggles. Also, there's the first plane where I don't need to slide down to feel more like I would feel in real life in a plane. Alright, the focus are on, the game is real, also I can't see here through the sides, so how do I fix that? Hang on, we're not ready yet. You know what, we'll put the VATS, the approach order. Right, let me try to do that. We have Navigraph. Yeah, this works. Come on, Navigraph. Alright, that's gonna be so funny. So we need to find airport, and that's KBK. Select the charts here, get the approach chart, VOR A. Perfect. Hide this. I will try to put this in some reasonable way, so I don't see where we are. You know what? This actually works. I know I'm in the way, but the goal here is to obscure the view for me, and that's pretty much doing the job. You can see what's going on the chart. I will just move it like that so you'll be able to see where we're going. Alright, that's it. I feel like it. I know it's a bit cumbersome. The flag switch, so let's reset the clock. And we are 33 minutes, so I timed this pretty well. Right, let's go 1 minute out. We'll do 180 plus 30 turn to the left, and then intercept the opposite radial inbound. Bakerfield via traffic number 225 Victor X-ray past overhead Baker City. VOR, and we'll be doing proceed return for VOR approach alpha at Baker City. And that was super awkward. What was the time looking? There's 0:40. So I'm looking for the 1 minute, and then we'll do the turnarounds. So the idea is to fly from here for 1 minute, then do 180 plus 45 and intercept the radial inbound. We need the radial 315. Well, that's just the inbound course. We won't be on that actual radial. Right, 115. So go to the heading mode. Actually, let's disconnect the autopilot. Do this manually. What could potentially go wrong? So I'll put the heading to intercept to get to. So give or take, that's gonna be this heading. Right, now I'm trying to use the focus and look only inside, keep 11,000. I actually need the approacher on the other screen for me. Get to go, no problem. Was a pleasure to fly a bit with you. See you later. See you, Nicotine. Have a nice lurk, and thank you for flying along and stopping by. That is so nice of you. I super enjoy it. Right, I'm trying to keep the rate 1 turn, so just keep the wing on the L here. Trying to stay around 11,000. This plane is pretty nice to fly, I super enjoy it, but it's pretty basic as the system goes, just solid Coronado stuff. I quite enjoy those simpler planes, I know they work most of the time. Oh, I never put the correct radial in. So let's put that. We need 315. So that's 315 here. Right, stay on that altitude. I will correct the heading back. Right, staying on the altitude, I'm waiting for the CDI to start moving. We are somewhat close, so that may happen quite late. And we might need intercept very rapidly. I'll see how this goes. Also, yeah, it should be around wind 0. CDI alive, so let's turn the turn. I will try to do the right 1 turn, but if I need to do a steeper turn, I'll do that. Alright, so we're perfectly on the radial. Well, we smashed it a bit. I'm not sure what my wind correction is gonna be, so I need to figure this out. Right, let's get back, intercept this radial again. And we'll be passing over the VOR very soon, so once the flag switches, I will need to start the clock. So I'll stop and reset the clock. I'll be able to start it soon enough. Right, I think I overdid it with the correction here. Also, it seems we need quite a lot of wind correction. As long as I'm pointing the right way for the wind correction. I'll double check when the magnetic compass is this matching. So we are 320 now, and we are 330 here. How do I correct it? I don't know. We'll figure out later. So for now, I need to remember my gyro is 10 degree off. For whatever reason. Okay, we pass over the VOR, start the clock. Baker City traffic, number 225 Victor X-ray pass over Baker City VOR, commencing VOR Alpha approach, Baker City. Alright, we need to start the descent. I had the curve down the whole time. No, that's so bad. Alright, reduce the power, start the descent. So I'll do 1000 feet per minute. That's what I usually like to do. Alright, I'll move the probe all the way forward, keep the manifold pressure on the load part of the green. Actually, I'll make the probe just on the top of the green range. Now we need to stay within the 10 miles, so we need to be like within 5 minutes on the outbound time. And that's including the procedure turn. Now, if you know how to align this gyro, it would be great, but we'll try to figure out after the flight, I guess, or maybe on the next leg. Okay, I think I need to reduce the power quite a lot more, so I'll get the curve done. It's too bad I forgot about this curve before. Actually, super bad. Right, keeping 1000 feet descent, and we need to go down 6700. And try to stay on this radial. I hope you're having fun. It's a bit of a hectic flying today. Right, we are almost on the radial, keeping 1000 feet per minute descent. We are on 9000. I'll hit the B so we get the correct QNH. Change it very slightly. And I'll press the next altitude here for the next leg, which will be 9000. Alright, we have 2000 to go. On that radial now, doing 140 knots, so we need to stay inside like 4 minutes actually, and we are 3 minutes out already. Right, so let's start this procedure turn then. Right, heading 360. And we need to go 1 minute, so until 4 minutes on the clock. I will descend a bit steeper here. I reduce the power as well. I can go probe full now. So until 4 minutes 10 on the clock, and then we do 180. And final approach core is 315, so I'll set this on the HSI, although it doesn't make too much of a difference because it will just flip on the other side. 135. 135 here. Right, 20 seconds to go, and we have 500 feet to go. Right, I can add some power. We can start leveling off slowly. So I did manage to do this in time. Alright, and do 180 now. Inbound is 180. And we need to keep 6700. If you're wondering about the glasses, they just cover my view, so I only see this area here in the cockpit. So I have more like instrument flying conditions. Alright, we are on the white 180 now, and we want to intercept this radial inbound. As soon as we do that, we can start descending to our MDA, which is 5200, but for time being we do stay here. Adding some power so I can stay level, and to make sure we actually also fly level. CDI is alive. But since we are pretty far, it's moving slowly. And I'm curious if we went beyond the 10 miles or not, so we'll need to check that later on Volanta, I think. Alright, almost in the radial, so I'll start rolling in. Set the heading. Oh, remember we're 20 degree off. Sorry, 10 degree off, so I'll need to say about that. And we can do the call. Baker City traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, establish final track, approach runway 26 Baker City. Hang on, that's different runway. Oh, runway 13. Alright, and start descending 5200. I'll reduce the power a lot since I have been talking, not flying. Go 5200, and I forgot to check the runways here. They have runway 13, so let's do that. Baker City traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, establish final track, VOR Alpha approach, runway 13, Baker City. That was a bit better now. Right, I'll go mixture forward, close the curve hit, so we have it ready for final approach. And we can actually do touch and go there. Or no, we cannot. Alright, we are almost at the MDA, so I'll pop up the foggles once we're at the MDA. And I see the VOR's radial is going out, so we may be pretty close. Alright, it's 5200. Let's see, there's the Baker City in front of us. Yay, great stuff. So we did it. So we could land from this place. But we don't want to land, we just want to do misapproach. Why did you not fly it on pilot edge? Well, there's other people flying on VATSIM as well, so that's more fun. And I'm also being shown on the VAT hour on the map. Sim hour. But I don't have the pilot edge yet, I'm still considering it. I know it's great. It's just, I know there's other people flying on VATSIM, so it's nice flying with them. So I'm a bit conflicted between flying on VATSIM and Pilot Edge. I know Pilot Edge is way better, but it means I would be just flying alone. But it's on my to-do list, I do want to try it at some point. I've been flying there, can you recommend? I know it's awesome. Right, so then we'll climb in hold, so we need to get to the VOR, but I lost the radial here. Now we're getting in that radial. Okay, I'll reset the clock so I have it ready for the holding. I think I can take the foggles out now. Means we'll be just doing the holds. Alright, we passed over the radial and I can do the call and start the climb. So get this to the green range, reduce the prop to the green range. Baker City traffic. Number 2 to 5 Victor X-ray, climbing in hold over VOR to 9000 Baker City. Now that you said about the pilot edge, I do want to fly it more. Right, let's reduce the speed so we can climb better in hold. And try to keep ourselves in that hold. And I will lean the mixture a bit as well for the climb. Right, so we are here on the outbound. I'm not sure about the wind correction. And we should be getting some better climb, right? So I'll get the manifold pressure at the top of the green range again, get the prop to the top of the green range. Now that's looking well. And we are not climbing so well. Is it the case that we are iced up? Doesn't show. Oh, I never closed the skull flaps. I totally forget we have them. So I'll close them after the climb. Right, we can close this guy now. I forgot to start the clock. Was it 1 minute talking already? Give it a few more seconds and turn the inbounds now. Right, trying to keep the right one, waiting for that CDI alive. I will straighten out the turn on a 45-degree intercept angle, so we have a chance of intercepting this radial before we meet the VR. So I might have done this slightly wrong, since I didn't time the outbound leg, so this might be a problem. We also see ourselves here, so that's a bit of a help. I'll actually move this to the traffic page. And turn on the traffic. So yeah, here we have the other traffic. Today alive. It's moving very fast because we are very close. So we have smashed it, but that's not too much of a problem. We'll just correct and wait for the flag to switch. And let's have a look here. We're heading 145 and 145. Okay, so this is actually working fine. Oh, and we only have 500 to go. Flag just switched, so turning the outbounds now. I'll try to remember to start the clock this time, so as soon as the flag switches and we are passing a beam, that's where I want to start the clock. And we are super much on the inside. That's 9000 here, so let's level off. Right, I can now reduce the power, so we'll keep 20, 21. Actually, let's keep full throttle and 21. as soon as I level off. How would I say when I end the turn? Like straighten out the turn, level off. I'm not sure how to call it properly. I'll turn on the autopilot, so that's about now. Turn on the autopilot, heading mode, altitude mode. Is it going to keep that 9000 now? Let's see how this works. I forgot to start the timer. The flag switched. Oh, so that's the zombie you are seeing on the TCAS. Cool stuff. Pretty nice area. And 3 runways. 3 runways. Incredible. And so many mountains, so little civilization. I think I will feel pretty good in this place. And real nice mountains. Now we're doing pretty fast, so I think I'll reduce the power a bit. Right, 45 on the clock, so I think I can start turning inbound. Let's select this course to intercept, and that will be our last leg of the hold. I think this heading will do the job. Which means I need to have a look at our next leg. So our next leg here on the Victor 4, 9000. That's radial 117 that we need to follow for 39 miles here, plus 24, plus whatever else I'll figure out later. Today I live, so intercept that. And once we pass overhead, I'll switch the radial to 117. And we'll follow that. Not very far off, but still need to do that. So I'll go into nav mode so we do track that inbound. Oh dear, the autopilot overshoot that heading quite a lot, but I hope we're gonna be fine. We're basically over the VOR, so it's going to have a hard time tracking that. That's the Baker City, looking pretty nice. Also the clouds are now way higher, so we won't be flying through the clouds anymore, hopefully. Alright, so that's quite a lot of the wind correction actually that the autopilot is keeping, so we did have a crosswind after all. So now we're doing 140 knots, so I think that's what they put in the flight plan. Right, we're overhead, so let's switch this to radial 117, which will be here. And now we need to go to the heading modes and put it on the heading that autopilot can actually intercept, and start the clock so we know how far we have gone. And keep that nav mode. Alright. Plane is turning a bit crazy here, but we're good. Baker City traffic, number 225 Victor X-ray over the VOR 9000, departing southeast, last call, Baker City. Alright, so now we are going to boys. Let's see how far we have to go. Oh, and there's the crossover point here. At 25 miles. Oh, actually I can get it from here. 25 plus 79, that's gonna be 80 plus 24. 1 or 4 miles? Wait. Is it really that far? No. Maybe this. 14 plus 12, that's 26. Plus 24. That's 30 plus 20, 50. Plus 39. 89 miles. Interesting. That's quite a long one, so we'll have a long time to prepare the approach. I did not plan for that. I thought it's a bit of a shorter one. Keeks with the raid. Thank you, Keeks. Great to have you here. Falco is here as well. Hello, hello. Welcome. Also, we need to check the shoutouts. Keeks raid. Nice emote there. Hey, Tyla. Welcome, welcome. Falco with the beat. Thank you. So many people here. Is that actually coming up? Hang on.
Hello there.
Bossman, welcome, welcome. Great to have you here. Welcome on board. Ayup. Hey, Keeks. Right, is the shoutout up? I will trigger it for you. There we go. Here's Keek. Thank you for the ride. What we're doing today, we are flying the 182 by Coronado. We are doing the VOR to VOR flying, and we also did the VOR approach at Baker City. That's pretty fun today. Let me try to show you on the chart. So we went from Pendleton to just VOR to VOR to Baker City. We did the VOR approach here, which is just plain VOR, and now we're going to Boise, which is quite of a long leg. So great to have you here. Flight level 090 referring the Victor 4. We do have the route in chat as well. Wow. There you go, that's the route. I wonder if Falco's shoutout is gonna show up, so I'll just schedule it. And also one for Bossman. All player-based community members. If you want to play games with people, there is Discord with the player base. Cool people there. Very happy to have met you. And the emote. Another emote. Thank you, Falco. Thank you, Tyla. Falco, I super enjoyed your last stream. I mean, the previous one, when you had the short stream. I saw there was one more a few days ago, but I didn't have a chance to come in. Actually, let's level up. Let's go to 9000 here, since we are on the wrong altitude. So I'll put the nose down. And right, so armated goes to vertical speed mode, now nose down, and we should descend to even 9000. So what's going on here? Here's Falco shoutout. Great to have you on board. We're following Radial 117 outbound from the VOR, which means we are following this airway here, Victor 4. And here's the crossover point at 25 miles, but we don't have the DME, because this aircraft is not equipped with the DME, which is quite funny. So we need to guesstimate that. Now, we are doing 145 knots per speed, give or take our wind correction. Let's just double check what the wind is. 260 at 8. So it's from here at 8. So let's say we have 5 knots tailwind, so we are doing 150 knots over the ground. Where under does it say you have to do a loop the loop? Oh, it doesn't say anywhere. We do not do that here. No, don't pressure me into doing that. Okay, we'll do a quick one. Don't tell anyone. Never happened. So go to the top of the green range here. And pull, 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 pull. Ooh. Get some speed. And off we go. Alright, nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Loop the loop. I see, that's what it says on the emote. Whoop whoop. Loop the loop. Yeah, we did it. I hope it makes you happy. Absolute madness. Since there's no one around here, I felt pretty comfortable doing that. So let's get back. Oh, actually we need to go to the nav mode and get up to 9000. Right, now it should be climbing. I was saying, we do the crossover here at 25 miles, we are doing 150 knots over the ground, which we divide 150 by 60, that puts us... Oh, actually we are doing slightly less now. Right, let's say 2 miles. Well... 2... Right, so 120 is 2 miles, then 30 is half, so 2.5 miles per minute. So in 10 minutes we should do the changeover. The next VOR, and then the next VOR frequency. Let's have a look here. That's 1133. Still no controllers here on VATSIM. 1133. Right, so I'll dial this in on nav2, so we have it ready as well. Awesome, I got myself a bigger green screen that's also much faster to deploy, and it meant it's in a different position now. I had a bit of trouble getting it running today, so I was super late with everything on stream, but I managed to get on time. And I'll show you my invention, which is called the green screen enhancer. Hang on. Also it means I have a much more room behind me, so I can actually get up and walk around, so that's so much better for me now. So what's happening? I'm shining the green light here on the sides, and it's making the green screen more green, so OBS has a much easier time cutting it off. Otherwise I was seeing the shimmer and it just wasn't working very well. I'll try to show you. Hang on. I hope I'll not break anything. So that's the lamp I'm having, and it was there on the side, and now I can show you if I turn it off. You see it's super black here in the corner, and when I turn it on, you may or may not, well, yeah, you probably would see the shimmer if it's on. Yeah, you see? If I go here to the side, there is the shimmer. So the green light is just fixing that for me, which is great. So, turn this back on. I need to put it there in standing position, so I was hoping it will not tip over. A green screen, of course! Hi NotVX, no, great to have you here, welcome, welcome. And the lamp is acting as green screen enhancer. That's my own invention. It's doing the job perfectly. In the past, well, until today, I was shining the green light from the back on the green screen, but this one is less translucent, so it didn't work. I had to shine it from the front. So there we go. Now you know the secret. Bossman Gaming, there was a shoutout before. Great to have you here. And not BXNO. You're next. How are you doing? I saw you flying the other day. Every day, almost. I hope. So, great to have you here. And here's your shout out. Have to fly out tomorrow to Nairobi, so final chance to relax. Like in real life or in sim? Hang on, I'm confused. Real life? Whoa! Whoa! Hey, if you don't mind, I would be very happy to see some pictures in your Discord. If you have something cool, you can totally share. I'm super curious what it's like there. I've never been there actually. I already did the flight in the sim. I'll send you some pictures, don't worry. Great stuff, thank you, thank you. Already done the flight in the sim. Yeah, that's... Oh, sorry, my chest scrolled. That's so nice. Alright, so by my calculations, since we are over 10 minutes in, we are at this past this crossover point, so I'll switch to the other VOR. I never finished the procedure here, so let's do that. 1133, and let's see. The radial inbound should be... Right, 301 less 180. That's put us at 1-to-1. So you should be having 1-to-1. Right, so on the nav2 we are perfectly aligned. So let's do the changeover. Now, so we do it right, I'll go to the heading mode first. Now switch the VR on the nav1, so we need 1133. Switch here, it's receiving, and we need to put in 1-to-1 radial. I still don't fully understand why the radials are different, but well, it's okay. That's 1-to-1 by my standards, so let's go to the nav mode, and it's going to do very quick intercept here. Sorry for the noises there. Hit the wrong button. Right, so we are in nav mode. It's intercepting this radial. I just want to make it happy. So let's see, how far was it to go? Right, our total distance is... I think the other way around was easier. 14 plus 12, that's 26, plus 24. So that's 30 plus 20, 50, plus 39, so that's 89 miles. So that's give or take 90 miles. 90 miles divided by 2.5. So that's 4 minutes per 10 miles. 4 times 9. Or what do I know? Confusion. No. Let's do the trick. That's 36. Alright, I'm feeling dumb now. At least it works. So 36 minutes. That's not adding up for me. 150 knots, then... Okay, it's calculator time. I'll take this one because it's handy. So the way we do that, we put the big arrow under our speed. Now there, I hope you can see. So the big arrow goes under 1.5, and then 90 knots, which is here, would be over how many minutes? 36 minutes. So I did it right in the end. It was just not passing the sanity test for me. Too much math for me. Don't worry, it's just calculation, but you can always use some tools. So we put the big arrow here under our speed, 150. That's our ground speed. So 115 miles is 60 minutes, and then we go down here to 90, and 90 miles is 36 minutes, which we can read over here. There we go. Great stuff. I love my calculators. Oh, this is flight computer. Look. It's a flight computer. It's a computer for flight, but it doesn't run Misfits. None of them. Actually, I have few of them. I also have this guy. This circular one, it lets you do some Mach calculations and whatnot, so it's good for the jets. I also have the big metal one here. And we have just one more. Two of them actually. Hang on. We have a small E6B and holding calculator, which is super nice. Absolutely love it. What are the specs on the metal flight computer? I mean, it's hard. It's pretty good specs. It's solid aluminum. I mean, no joke. There's no joking around this thing. Also, I totally forgot to lean the mixture. So we might be okay. Let's do that. So first we need to find the peak on the AGT, so rolling back the mixture until we find the peak. So there's the peak. And now I want 100 reach of peak. So that's where I want it. That's the 50 reach of peak. That's gonna be better, I hope. Right, so we need to be 2 small clicks to the left. No RTX graphic card with included water cooling on the flight computer. Boring. It has RTX, it has native ray tracing. Let me show you. But only the metal one. The paper one doesn't have too much of the ray tracing, but the metal one, oh boy. Look at this rays reflecting in it. Pretty much native ray tracing, you see? You can see the reflection of my face in it, hopefully. It's super cool stuff. I love them. I think I need at some point some camera so that you can see what I'm seeing. I do not need to flip it around all the time. Better than being just sponsored by Navigraph, being sponsored by Jepsen. Well, I bought this with my own money, but well, I do it's me supporting the Jepsen here. Let's make it right. I do support the Jepsen. They are making cool stuff, so I have the paper one by Jepsen. I don't like the metal one by Jepsen for some reason. I didn't find it very well, but the paper one by Jepsen is super cheap and it's gonna last you for years. That's the new one. I also have the old one, which looks basically the same, it's just more yellow because of the age. And I can absolutely recommend it. I have the metal one by ASA and also this vinyl one, the circular, also by Jepsen. And the small one and the holding calculators are also by ASA. So it's here, says the ASA on the top there. But if you want one and don't want what to get, I would recommend the Jepsen paper one. It's really good. I had one since my well before my PPL. Actually, I think I had it for the last 20 years. Yeah, I did have it for the last 20 years. It's perfectly usable still. So that's a good recommendation there. Right, we are 20 minutes in, which means we have 15 minutes to go. I'm wondering why my scripts are not working tomorrow to mute some of the buttons. Well, to mute the microphone. I think maybe something messed up with the hotkeys. It's quite possible. I see. So I'll set the hotkey. That's hopefully is going to work. Yay! Now it works. Perfect. If you're not aware, well, you're aware that your keyboard has F1 through F12 keys, but Windows also knows F13 through F24 keys. And I just mapped my Stream Deck to trigger some of those keys, and I'm using this as a hotkey in OBS, so it's not conflicting with any other hotkeys, because you run out of hotkeys so quickly. Alright, for our last trick, we need to do the Arnav approach, since we don't have anything better at boys. How do you pronounce it? I really hope I'm doing this well. Anyway, butchering names is what we need to do. We will be going to boys, but we need to select the Arnav approach, since we can't do any other approach. I got a K5S keyboard, he doesn't even support this. Oh, extra F keys. Boys, Boise, I see. Cursor one, cool. I got myself the Keychron keyboard recently, the mechanical one, and I love it so much. It's great. I'll try to show you, hang on. This guy. It's not exactly the F5, K5, but it's 10 keyless, and I love this format. To be honest, I think I couldn't live without the F keys. I use them so often. One thing I did, I mapped the insert to this button because I need it, and also function plus this button I have the scroll lock because I'm using it for WinCompose. So I can try to show you. Well, not now, maybe later on. WinCompose is a small little program that lets you do other local characters by not switching the keyboard layout. It's super useful for me. So for example, I can hit... Well, I just set up the scroll lock as the trigger key. You can pretty much set any other key that you want, but I chose something that I know I'm not going to use. So I hit the scroll lock, then I hit the quotes, and I hit the O, and the WinCompose is doing the O with the 2 dots. And I can do it just like that. It's so cool. Or I can do the degrees. I just hit my scroll lock and hit the O 2 times, and it's giving me the degree sign. So now I'm the educated man doing the Fahrenheit degrees and the Celsius degrees with the actual degree. Yeah, that letter. So WinCompose is great. I can totally recommend it. WinCompose. I think it's open source. Definitely free. I'm pretty sure it's open source, but I'm not exactly sure. Right, 10 minutes to go. Classic AZERTY characters. Well, okay, so the German keyboard does have the AZERTY layout. No, it has the QWERTZ layout. Sorry. QWERTZ. So the Z and Y are swapped. Oh, you get it on your French keyboard. Interesting. Well, I never tried learning any other keyboard layouts, the Latin keyboard layouts, but I did learn the Cyrillic layout at some point. because I wanted to learn it and I didn't feel like getting the stickers, so I tried to learn the touch type, but I totally forgot how to do this. I would need to train again. Right, 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. The double dot switch active by pushing the key from the... Oh, I see. I mean, many layouts do this so differently. I stopped bothering. What do we need to do? We need to figure out the approach. Let's get this. Right, ILS, or that's not gonna work. Actually, you know what? We can do the ILS. And without the we'll just rely on the GPS instead of the DME. It's not something I would do in real life because I would be scared. But here in the sim, let's do that. To be honest, I thought we have an approach that doesn't require DME here. And maybe there is one, hang on. So not you. Not you, not you. That's RNAV. VOR, RNAV, VOR, oh, VOR Takan. But it requires the DM. Hang on. Oh, it says here DME required. No. No, 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 no. Ooh, no. And no. Right, so we're gonna do... Let's do this one. So ILS Yankee. ILS Yankee tenor? Is that what we need? Right, get back to the flight, select approach. ILS Yankee tenor, add it. We go to Jimmy. Alright, so we are, I guess, close enough. So let's do the detour to Jimmy. And let's find that. Actually, maybe we can get over the VR and then fly to Jimmy. I think that's the better idea. So we'll get over the VR and then we'll go to Jimmy and fly the approach. I'll load it into Garmin as we are heading to Jimmy. So we should be six minutes to go. I don't actually know where we are, so I need to watch for this flag to switch. So that's gonna be cool. Alright, I will do the call. Boise, traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, 6 minutes inbound the VR at 9000 for ILS approach runway 29. Sorry, ILS approach runway 10 right, number Boise traffic. I did mess it up, didn't rehearse, and I messed up. Ooh. Anyhow, we'll look around. Whoa. Pretty nice area. What's that there? Right, it's a chimney. I think it's coming from the Willow VFR pack. And I'll put the foggles on maybe. Right, I'll get them ready, but I'll not put them on yet. I super enjoyed doing this on stream, it's so much fun for me, and I hope you can actually see where we are going while I'm doing that. So I guess this must be super fun. Let's brace this approach, and I'll be peeking at the Vera flag. So Boise, that's in Idaho. ILS Yankee or oh, or localizer Yankee runway 10 right. Localizer 111.1, so let's set that up. Alright, that's set on the nav 1 in the standby. Final approach course 102, final approach fix, seats 4100, decision altitude 3036, airport elevation 2872, MSA from Boise VOR 9500 in the north east sector, 6500 southeast sector. Missed approach, climb to 3300, then climb incline turn to 7300. Still not switched. Outbound on Boise VOR radial 113 to Canuck, Boise VOR distance 22 and hold. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I see what the problem with mic is when I'm there. I'm just not in line. All right. So from Jimmy, all right. There's also holding at Jimmy. Minimum holding altitude 6000, max 7300. Jimmy is the initial approach fix. Distance 12.8. It's a radar fix. Right, and it's here at 6000, and then just straight in on the course. 102. It should be somewhere here, I don't see that. Right, Jimmy at 6000, 102, descent 4200 to Aluba at 7.7. So you know what, we should be actually, we can do this without the... Ah, I see. You know what we'll do? We'll just fly outbound and do procedure turn here. So we'll do the 30-degree off and then turn inbound. And we'll do that once we intercept the glide slope. That's not the best way to do that, since we should intercept the glide slope from below. But I think that's gonna work. Let's see how far this is. 13 miles. Alright. $13 and then it's it here. Right, that's pretty much it. Now I know everything. So we'll just do this 13 miles by doing the time. Right, so I wouldn't fly this approach like this in real life, but here just for practice. Since I wanted no DME flying, I'll do this no DME. It's gonna be fine. Kyla, hello! I kept having to buy new socks over the last year because I kept running out. Oh no, that's brutal. I love it. Thank you, and here's your shout out. Other great streamer, follow Kyla, she's amazing. Suddenly doing laundry today, I found like 30 pairs. Oh, so it wasn't a dad joke. I thought it was a dad joke because, you know, the socks, they're running out. Have I missed anyone's shout out? We had not been an XO. We had Bossman, we had Kiggs. We had Falco. I think we had everyone. Dirty Phoenix, did we had you? I think we didn't. Thank you for the ride, Dirty. And here's your shout out in case we forgot it earlier. I can't actually recall. Sorry, I'm a dum-dum. It will pop up in a moment. Right, so I'm watching this flag to switch. We should be at 36 minutes over the VOR. And we are getting close there. So once the flag switches to from, we know we'll be in the VOR. And I think we'll just, since we are over the MSA, I'll just turn right, intercept the radial. Let me explain. So we'll fly over the VOR. We'll pass it, and then we'll turn Alright, so we are heading 150. So we're going somewhere here. And we'll intercept this radial. So this outbound from the VOR on heading 282. Right, I need to keep using the trick. The trick is plus minus 180 is plus 200 minus 20 or minus 200 plus 20. That's just so much easier to do. Dirt Phoenix, here's your shout out. Oh, you have such a nice icon. I love it. And we have a rainbow back there. I probably should put the rainbow as well somewhere and keep it all year round, because that's how I roll. I'll think about it. Right, we are 37 minutes. The VR is nowhere to be seen. I mean, it's probably somewhere there. I am looking for that flag to switch. So, my trick is plus 180 is the same thing as doing plus 200 minus 20. And minus 180 is just the other way around. It's doing as minus 200 plus 20. That's just so much easier to calculate. So if here the inbound is 102, the outbound is plus 200. That's 302 minus 20. So 282. And sometimes you just need to do plus or minus 180 so you do not run out of bounds, so you do not end up like 520 degree. That's no headings you can follow, reasonably speaking. I promised to close the scope flaps and I totally forgot. Also, Kyla, we do have flight computer. I also have the metal one with native RTX. I've actually been using it before today. I so much like this device, it's so cool. I do see the city outside, so there's a good chance we are getting there. Also, remember I have this trouble that I'm seeing the glimpse of the terrain here, and I found out we can cover this with the Navigraph chart. So let's do that. Well, keep the Navigraph chart here for you. It will just cover the view for myself. And we want our approach, so that's runway 10 right, LS Yankee. I think that's just the one. No, show me. Good like this. I know I am in the way, but the main goal is for me not to be able to see this part of the terrain. I think it's okay. You can even see the minima here. That's working great. And for myself, I'll get the chart up. So the flag still hasn't switched. Myself, I get the airport chart here. We're going 10 right. We want to go here to J parking, so we'll vacate Hotel Golf, Bravo Tour, Echo, and taxi to J parking. This is the plan. I hope the view is fine for you. Let me know if it's okay or if something's super wrong. I can correct that anytime, I hope. Hopefully. I am so impatiently waiting for this flag to switch. We are, what, 4 minutes overdue already? But it will come at some point. And we are doing not as the approach is stored here, we are doing the version that I invented without the DME. So we should be fine, but just to be clear, I wouldn't do this in real life. I would just do whatever is told here, but I want to practice the no DME approach, and since we didn't have one here, I need to get creative. The flag, come on, are switching. How's our fuel situation, by the way? Right, so we're at 3/4? 2 hours into the flight? Whoa, crazy. Right, so we are coming like 150 here, so we'll turn right, intercept the radial to outbound, and fly. We want to fly the distance of 13 miles. We're doing. Oh, now we're overhead. Perfect. So autopilot to heading mode. Turn right, and we want 282. Well, we'll be intercepting radial 282, so I need like 30-degree intercept angle. I'll rotate the OBS so that we have 282 and put on the foggles. Flying is getting real now. It's 280, 1, 2. And the foggles are on, so I'm not looking out anymore. It's gonna be fine. Boys, traffic number 225 Victor X-ray over the VOR, turning outbound for ILS approach, runway 10 right. Boys, traffic. Right, once the CDI starts moving, I will hit the nav mode, and also I'll start the clock so that we can track our distance. Right, the flag just switched, so I'll start the clock now. And we want to be 13 miles out. 13 miles, we are doing 2.5 miles, so that's what, 4 minutes for 10 miles. 11 minutes, let's say 11 and a half. Come on, CDI, where are you? I want the CDI to start moving, so I will put a bit more correction there. And we'll configure the plane as we're doing the procedure turn. And since we have the racetrack pattern here, or hold lieu of procedure turn, which... Oh, it actually is here. You can do the procedure turn here at Jimmy. We're basically doing it right. We'll just go to Jimmy, except we cannot identify that Jimmy is Jimmy. Wait, what am I watching? What do you need to know? Hi, I'm Vex. I'm flying planes. I've been flying in real life as well, and did the license in Europe. And what we're watching now, we're flying to Boise. We'll be doing this ILS approach, except we do not have the DME, so in real life we wouldn't be able to legally do that, so we would not do that. But here, because I want to practice the flying without the DME, we just got over the VOR, we passed it, now we're getting to... I just smashed it! To nav mode. Let's intercept that. We're tracking this radial outbound, and we want to go to Jimmy at 13 miles, so I'll time it. And since we're doing instrument flying and the weather outside is not frightful, I want to have some simulated instrument flying conditions, and for that I'm using the foggles. It's just called instrument flying glasses. It's a device by Jepson. You can buy similar as well, or just 3D print it if you want. And what happens is, well, it just covers my view, so I can only see the inside the cockpit. I do not see the outside. So I put them on. And now, as you can imagine, they're restricting my view. So I can, right now, I can only see here, here, and here. So that's what I'm seeing. And now when I'm moving the head, I'm just making sure I do not see anything else. And we put the chart here, but the chart is not so much for you to be able to see the chart, it's more for me to cover this part of the terrain, so I do not see it. But as added value, you can also see the chart, except it's showing that. So we're looking to be... Did I calculate this right? Wait, not 11 minutes, we want 5.5 minutes. So oh, and we need to start descending 6,000. Alright, so let's do that. Dial in the altitude, arm that, and nose down. Do 1,500, reduce the throttle. Prop. I'll move the prop just to the top of the green range, so you have more drag, and turn on the carb hit. All flaps are closed. The IFR glasses, yeah, it's super cool, and honestly, I'm so enjoying using this in the sim now. The biggest problem with the sim is that we cannot dial in precise weather, the visibility and the ceiling, so I need some sort of help like that, and it's actually working pretty well. 2,000 to go. And we are what, 4 minutes on the clock, so we have 1.5 minutes to go. Right, 1.5 minutes, I'll just click our positions here to check if I'm actually there or not. I'm curious. Right, 4:40 on the clock, 1,000 to go, so I'll reduce our descent speed to 1,000 feet per minute. Alright, so we'll be a bit late, but that's fine. We'll continue the descent in the procedure turn. Darren, how do you like the IFR glasses? We will call them the Foggles. I super like playing with that. And now I'm happy that I bought them for myself and practice with them in the sim, so I will feel more comfortable having them on head in real aircraft once I need to train this again. As well, it's a bit of a weird experience having this on. Right, 5.5, so we'll go to the heading mode and do 30 degree to the left. The 30 degree to the left from now is like this. I'll stop the clock, reset the clock, and clock 1 minute. Now let's check. Oh no. Oh, we're actually good, so we are pretty much where I wanted to be. So that worked. Doing this with timing actually worked. I will add some power so we do not lose the speed. Right, now we can switch to the ILS 111.1. It is receiving, perfect. So I can put in final approach course 102. Remember, the way I do that is I put this precisely on spot and count 2 clicks. So I know this is 100 and now I count 2 clicks. This is how I do it. Right, our timer is showing almost the 1 minute. Right, it's 1 minute now, so we will start turning inbound and intercept the localizer. So what happened here, we are flying outbound and we did procedure turn, and there's hold, so we could do like this, what would normally be hold entry, we did as procedure turn. It can also called base turn, procedure turn. So we flew 30 degrees to the left, and now we're turning right to capture this inbound course. Nedex 007, welcome, landed successfully in another country in Misfits, well done. And welcome, great to have you here. We'll be landing in Boise soon, I hope, successfully, I hope. Right, so we have the localizer now. I will go to the nav mode, so it will actually capture that. And we are at 6,000, we will wait for the glide slope to come in and intercept it. So Actually, we did that approach pretty much okay. Except, again, we wouldn't be able to fly it in real life because we don't have the DME. But other than that, this worked pretty well. Twice. Well done. The glide stop is moving, so I'll configure the aircraft, close the carb heat. I think I need to put the mixture a bit richer, so let's do that. Landing light on, taxi light on, so we have more lights. Basically, in J aircraft, we very often just put the two of them together for landing, so you can be seen a bit easier. And I'll arm the approach mode. And I will also fly it manually later. I want to read the placard here. What are the speeds? Don't have them. The flap speed here is 140. Right, so we can go gear down now. Speed check gear down, speed check flaps takeoff. Glide stop alive, and we're established ILS. Runway 10 right. Boise traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, established ILS runway 10 right, 10 miles, Boise. Right, I'll disconnect the autopilot. Let's roll. So I'll do this all manually now. Right, prop forward, mixture forward. Gear is showing green. We are on the glide slope. I will just mark this heading correction that we need. And our minima are 3036, that's the decision altitude. Right, I want to slow down and extend one more notch of flaps. So hang on. And we need to be 95 for that, so I'll go idle for a moment. Come on, come on. There's 95. Alright, flaps 20. Add that back. I need to try the localizer, so I lost it there. And we are doing like 80 knots, well 90 knots over the ground, so 400, 500 feet per minute descent is what we need. Okay, this heading is looking a bit better. I think we have a crazy crosswind. I may be wrong. Right, we're slightly over the glide slope now. I need to reduce the power just a tiny bit. Arpit's closed. I need to reduce the power more. Sure, I get this on this localizer. Now we're getting too high. Okay, I'll go flaps full since I cannot slow this down enough. I need to trim down, we need to descend. Right, now I hope it's slowing down better. Okay, we are on localizer, so I'll try to figure out our wind correction, and I need to descend way more. So we shouldn't exceed... Right, we should be between 0 and 1000 feet per minute, that's reasonable. Or be between pitch 0 and minus 10 degrees. I am losing that localizer. That's coming back, the glide stop is back, so that's looking good. Try to get this under control. Now I'm smashing the localizer on the other side. I think this heading bar that I said is actually good. Right, I need to be descending a bit steeper, maybe not that steep. And we are... right, still over 1000 to go. What's up with this wind correction? I just had a glimpse at the magnetic compass to make sure I'm actually reading the correct heading, and I am, so that's interesting. Right, the localizer is back. I will try to focus now and keep everything in check. Wonder why our descent speed is so fast. Well, our vertical speed should be 510 ground speed, so any chance we have a tailwind, that would be unfortunate. Right, 1000 to go, 900 to go. Boys, traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, 3 miles final, runway 10 right. So I know 1000 feet is 3 miles. That's how I got that. Alright, now we're getting below glide slope, so let's arrest that. We're getting right of the localizer. Add some more power. Right, final check. Gear down 3 green, prop forward, mixture forward, carb head off. Right, it has stabilized now quite a lot. Okay, giving 80 knots. I'm having fun. I think you can probably see the runway. Sometimes when I move the head, I see the glimpse of the runway there, but I'm basically staying inside almost always. I just saw the runway there for a split second. Right, 300 to go. I think I forgot my countdown there. 200 to go. $100 to go. And almost there, the localizer is going out. Alright, that's the minima. Looking out, there's the runway. So we're showing a bit high. Let's close the chart. Oh, it's this weird style that you have 2 and 2, one on top of the other. That zombie is already arrived. Great stuff. Oh, we do have the tailwind. I know, I just chose the wrong approach. We were supposed to do runway 28. Anyhow. We're down. 2 bounces, 3 bounces. Right, step on the brakes. Laps up. I forgot the fuel pump on. But I forgot it off in the first place. We'll vacate here via Bravo. 2 bounces. Okay, fair enough. Fuel pump off. Vacate here via Bravo 2. And notice I do flaps up and fuel pump off on the rollout once I feel under control. Alright, transponder standby, landing light off. We don't have the strobe light. And we have arrived. Boys, traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, vacated runway 10 right, taxiing to general aviation parking, Boise. I think I feel comfortable for the pilot edge, so I'll see about the subscription and maybe we'll get it sooner than later. I'm super curious to try it, and fly like this would be great on the pilot edge. Also, we have to behave. So, how did you enjoy the flight? How's your Tuesday going? We'll park, we'll review the flight. So, the flying without the DME, I feel much more comfortable about that now. And again, that approach we did without the DME here, I wouldn't do it because, well, it required DME. We did it since it's the same for practice only. Right, I will turn my indicator on the chart and I need to go left here. Kilo, where that's basically getting us into the ramp. Oh, there's the zombie already there. Note how I step on the brakes, the nose of the plane is totally dipping. I would say you can... Oh, you don't hit the prop actually. Interesting. This is so strange. Right, I'll try to get next to you the best way I can. Also, you get there to the hangar pretty well. That's looking very nice. Okay, I have a feeling I'm taxing too fast now. Alright, I'll break away here and taxi to your place. How did you get in there? I think I'll just stand in front of you. So my nose pointing somewhere at your wingtip. That's gonna be just fine. And I see I need to get the mic in a better place. The volume today is a bit all over the place. I hope you have been able to hear everything pretty well. Right, step slowly on those brakes. I like that they have these electric boxes there on the side of the hangar. That's pretty funny. I feel we are still pretty far away. Well, not that far. Alright, I think that's good enough. So step on the brakes here. Parking brake set. Open the cowl flaps. And we can shut down the aircraft. So avionics off. It's here on the side. I'll actually get the foggles out first. So the soft avionics are off. The autopilot is always on. That's one of maybe the only bug in the plane that we know about so far. Transponder off. Taxi lights off. Pitot off. Get all those lights off. I still don't fully understand what this light is doing, but let's keep it off. That's the defrost. Oh, I see, it's a click wrench. Right, and we are ready to cut the engine. So mixture cut off, magnetos off. We will keep the fuel tank in both, and beacon off, nav light off, alternator off, and battery off. That's it. Hey, we have arrived. Super quick flight, I really enjoyed it. The Cessna is pretty nice, and I did enjoy this kind of flying, but it's very difficult to find a proper airport that has some approach with ILS or VOR or NDB without the need for the DME. That's quite challenging to find the one, but we managed. Right, let's find a nice spot and I'll play the outro for you. Oh no. Nothing to see here, nothing happened. The drone camera loaded on the other side of the world, and now the hangars are gone and everything. I don't think they'll be back. Oh, they're back. But I was planning to do... get some angle like that. Right, I will reduce the drone camera speed and maybe it will be less twitchy. Oh, I know what we can also do. I have a tablet here and we can put all the stuff on. Actually didn't think about doing that. So all the static elements and tow bar on. And we can have the external power on, why not? That's so much. Right, I reduced my drone camera even a bit too much. I couldn't even move it. How's that looking? Is that looking great enough? That's fantastic. Let's keep it. Also make a screenshot. 182 RG2. Alright. Unlock my chair and get the guitar stuff ready for you. I will play the outro for you. I'll try to play the same thing as in the beginning and then we'll go and raid someone. So this will take like 5-10 minutes. If you can stick out for the raid, please do. I'll appreciate it. So I'll hang myself for a second and get the guitar stuff ready. Okay, that worked. I can get myself a bit bigger and we'll be able to play. Actually, I can get the bass also in the view. Or maybe it's not gonna fit, I'm not sure. No, it's not gonna fit. That's too close for the bass. Alright. Let's kill the music. Get the birds. Get the drums going, and we're ready to play. Now it's working. Hey, that's it. So that's looped in. I saw when I'm to the side, the base is getting a bit green and it's disappearing. So I need to figure out how I need to sit so we can see it. Anyway, that worked. Such a nice flight. And let's review it actually. I forgot to do that. Right, let's have a look at our flight, and also I think we can disconnect from VATSIM at this point. Review my flight, there we go. How's your flight? Very well, I super enjoyed it. So we went from Pendleton, went over those beautiful mountains, we went to Baker City, we did the VOR approach here, no DME, then climbed in halls. This hall looks outrageous. And then we went to... that's the switchover points. We switched from one VOR to another and we had to chase the other one. Could have written out hello. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe we'll try it one day. I've never tried actually. And we went to Boise. Right, and here we did the Dallas approach, but we didn't use the DME, so that's just training in sim. We wouldn't do that in real life. And landed here pretty well. And that's it. Also the landing seems pretty smooth here, but I chose the wrong runway with the tailwind, so that was quite bad actually, but we're okay. Right, I super enjoyed the flight. The Cessna 182 is pretty good flyer, although I haven't been flying it all that much, so I don't know all about it yet. And I super like the angle here, it looks really nice with the zoom here. And that zombie, thank you for flying along. We also had Nicotine flying along, and Hoverboard, who was not on multiplayer but was still flying along. That's the spirit. And we also had some traffic on VATSIM very close to us. That was also very nice. Here we are, great to have you here. So let me check who's out there, who we can ride, and then we'll do that. That zombie. What's the emote? Salute, thank you. 07 to you as well. Pretty good flight. I actually super enjoy it. Who do we have? We have flights with Jal who haven't traded in quite a while, so maybe that's what we can do. Where we can go. Right, let's do that. I think that sounds like a plan. Lights with Joel it is. Bye bye, 07. Ciao. Everyone, thank you for the stream. Thank you again for hanging out. It's super fun having everyone around here. And oh wait. Polko, thank you for the beat. Keeks, thank you for the raid. Dirt Phoenix, thank you for the raid. Nasser1B, thank you for the follow. And Hoverboard, thank you for the wish up. Oh, also you had 1B following. And I'm not sure if you had it on the last stream. Let's review that. Thank you for the follow. Right. That's it then. I'll go to dancing, still talking to you. And today's Tuesday, so next stream will be Thursday. At Zulu as usual, I'll let you know what you are doing in the Discord. You can always type !! Discord in chat and you have the link. It's also on the main page, so you can join if you want to chat, post your screenshots, wherever. You're very welcome. Right, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye bye! Thank you.